Hembury camp now. Another one of those, another hill fort, just loads of hill forts. Dating all the way back to the Neolithic. They have Roman remains there, they found Iron Age, Bronze Age. There's also some kind of tale about it being a Danish camp, an alleged camp of the Vikings as they marauded across England. So let's go and have a look. If you were to walk these ridges a few thousand years ago, you wouldn't be wandering through quiet woodland. You'd be standing in one of the most important historic landscapes in Devon. This is Hembury Hillfort, and its story stretches back far earlier than people realise. Hembury sits high above the river Otter, its steep slopes offering natural protection long before anyone thought about digging ditches or raising banks. Archaeology tells us that people were coming here as early as the Neolithic period, over 5,000 years ago. At that time this wasn't a fortress, it was a place of settlement, farming and gathering. What makes Hembury truly special is what was found beneath the soil. Excavations uncovered traces of Neolithic houses, hearths, tools and pottery. These weren't temporary camps, this was a settled community, carefully choosing its hilltop for its views, its resources and potentially its sense of safety. Later, during the Iron Age, Hembury was transformed with massive earthworks carved into the hill, creating the ramparts that still loop around the summit today. Standing here, it's easy to see why this place mattered. From the top you can watch the surrounding valleys, track movement through the landscape and control access to the land below. Inside the hill fort, life would have been busy. People lived in roundhouses, tended animals, stored grain and worked metal. Hembury wasn't just a refuge in times of trouble, it was a working community connected to trade routes across what is now southwest England. Interestingly, unlike many hill forts, Hembury shows little evidence of heavy Roman occupation. So when the Romans arrived, this hill seems to have been largely left alone, and that quiet gap has helped fuel some of the stories that cling to this place to this day. Local folklore speaks of hidden pathways beneath the hill, places where the ground feels hollow underfoot. Some say the hill was once home to a powerful local leader, long before recorded history, whose presence still lingers in the landscape. Others talk of strange lights seen drifting across the slopes at dusk, and lantern-like glows that appear and vanish without sound. There are all the tales of spirits guarding the hill, and reminders that it wasn't just a land to be owned, but a place to be respected. In folklore, hills like Hembury were often seen as thresholds, places where the ordinary would be brushed up against something older and less understood. Whether or not you believe in those stories, there's no denying that Hembury carries a strong sense of continuity. People lived here, they worked here, raised families here, and looked out across the same views you are seeing now. What remains today isn't just a collection of earthworks, it's the outline of countless lives layered over thousands of years, from early farmers shaping the land to Iron Age communities defending it, to modern walkers quietly following in their footsteps. Almost like a central part that would be closed off, and then another ditch and bank on the opposite side, so you have like a central procession way, if you will. I don't know what else you want to call it. It's a peculiar section. I'll look up about the archaeology about it. Interestingly, it's privately owned by the Devon Archaeological Society, but members of the public are allowed to come here and have a look. And there's also evidence that there's a defended Neolithic settlement atop here, which is amazing because that goes back even further than the Bronze and the Iron Age. So yeah, there's been people inhabiting up here for a long time. You can see why by the video footage there about how much kind of height it gives you, and the views that it gives you. Yeah. and it gives you standing views right down across the valleys and the land. So yeah, amazing place. And again, it's bloody freezing up here, and the weather has been so changeable today, going from massive downpours to really hot bright sunshine and then bitingly cold winds. should have definitely brought my big coat and put my gloves on, but yeah, fantastic. So I'm not sure where else to go today. I've pretty much done everything on my list that I wanted to do. Didn't think I'd have enough time, but I am way ahead of time. So we're going to have a look at the map. I need some diesel. Might go and get a cup of tea and a cake somewhere if I can find that. And maybe mosey on down by the sea, because I can actually see it from here, which is amazing. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit, folks. I was just looking at these beech trees on the way in, and there is, I mean, the whole place is just beech as much as I can tell. And there's larch as well, but it looks like it's majority beech. And how they're all kind of like, they've also created this wall all the way along the pathway here, and I'm just wondering whether this is one of the external walls of a hill fort as well. And you can see how they're all gnarled and the branches, and they create like these green castles almost. Absolutely fantastic. And they're so big, so old as well. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. It did say on the sign that some of this was planted post World War II. As many of the forests in the UK were planted as cash crops, building materials to rebuild after the war. But this place is just magnificent, and the moss is just so abundant here, which screams at how clean the air is. You only really get this much moss in places when the air quality is fantastically clean. What a beautiful place. It smells of that kind of damp woody smell as well, and you can hear all the birds around. Oh, fantastic little visit.